Hello, good afternoon. Today we will read about MFN-007 Entrepreneurship and Food Service Management. What is entrepreneurship? And food service units are hotels, restaurants, lunch rooms, fast food operations, catering services. Then also in schools, hospitals, institutional food services, industrial, military food services, vending machines, etc. Food service unit. Today we will study about food service management, where we will give services, where we will give the food services in the food service units. We have to give the food services to the food service units. Then food service units are also coming under restaurant, hotels, schools, colleges, ICDS schemes, etc. All kinds of units are there. So we will provide which kind of food services are available to which units, food service units. को food service unit को आमे कौन food service management दबा. Then eating out. These places of food services have become popular because of number of factors. Eating out a basis become a necessity, convenience, quick service provided by the eatery. It is readily replacing of cooking at home. Both the couples being engaged in earning, they are forced to eat out. Then office goers, professional prefer fast food joints to going home for lunch. Who There are number of groups of people who are unable to cook at home, who are unable to taking food in their proper time. So they need some food. They also, with the help of food services unit or food services management, where foods are production, food service units are there. Then they require food, prepared food for their lunch, breakfast, dinners, etc. Who are those peoples? They are both the couples when they are engaged in work. They also unable to cook food at home or in proper time also. Then the office goers, they don't have that much time. Who are in a immediate meetings, then they should also not prefer to take food in proper timing. Then eating is a very necessary. Eating is very necessary when our days started. When our day started, first we give preference to food. After we take food, then we will go for our professional works. That's why these are the peoples who are not able to cook food at right time, who are not getting foods also, not getting proper food. Then they depends on this food services management. Then objectives are food service objectives are trace the history and development. Objective food service establishment are set of primary to plan, prepare and serve food on a large number of people who may be from different regions, culture backgrounds, represent various socio-economic level of society. The food is prepared and served in quantities far greater than those usually done in homes, and therefore they are also called as food service institution and vary from small to very large establishment. What is food service establishment? It is a setup. It is a primarily setup. They plan and prepare food and serve food. They plan what to cook, what to prepare. Then after planning, they will prepare large in bulk amount of food or in small quantities. They have to plan what to prepare, what are the quantities of the food we should prepare for the people. Then Third is they serve food. They serve food to the different types of people. Then first they have to plan, then prepare the food, then serve. Then service is third. To a large number of people who may have different reasons, they belongs to different regions, different cultural different cultural backgrounds also, such as one is vegetarian, another one is non-vegetarian, one is vegetarians, etc. Had the culture backgrounds, and also different religions, Indian, Hindu, Muslim, Christians also there. Their foods are also different. Then represent various socio-economic level of the society. Then we should also um, keep in mind about the socio-economic status, whether the person is belong to medium or rich people or below poverty lines. Then we have to prepare that quantity or quality of the products or food materials according to the socio-economic level, religion, then cultural backgrounds, etc. The food is prepared and served in quantities far greater than those usually done in home, and therefore they are also called food service institution. The food service establishment plan and prepare in large quantities of food, so that lots of people can take this beneficial. Then the food is prepared and served in quantities far greater than whatever we prepared at home. We will prepare at home according to our family members in small quantities. In 5 to 7 persons, we will cook food for 5 to 7 person and 10%. But in food service establishment, they are prepared food in large quantity, so that 10 to 20 or 30 families can prefer to take food. This is called food service institution and vary from small to very large establishments. Small means small restaurants are there, and large means such as large restaurants are there. Um, Large restaurants means in small hotels or small restaurants, only 10 to 20 people can take their food. In large institution, then more than 100 to 500 people are get together and take their foods. So according to the food service institution, they prepare food. Small छोट जगह अल्प खाद्य कराଯିବ, ସେମାନେ वन डे रे कंप्लीट करदेवे। बड़ जदि इंस्टीट्यूशन होइथिबो, बड़ रेस्टोरेंट होइथिबो, सेठरे मोर देन 500 1000 पर्सन जोटी जाई परिबे, तो सेठी लार्ज अमाउंट रो फूड रखिथिबे, किछि स्टोरेज पाई मध्ये रखिथिबे कि बेसी आउरी हे गले से ताकू प्रिपेयर करिवे। तो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट institution. History and development. Historical food was served in large quantity in religion places for travelers or pilgrims who needed to rest and comfort for long journey. Where we will serve large quantities of food in religious places for travelers or pilgrims who needed rest and comfort for their long journey. For the long journey, who comes to take rest and take their food in that area, the food services management will prepare large quantities of food, and which they performed mostly on foot. In medieval time, quantities of food production and services are considered normal in abbas in England and in dharmasalas in India. Lots of dharmasalas are placed in India in many historical pilgrimage, and also in what we will say that where the travelers are picnic spots are there, picnic spot pilgrims are there. Their dharmasalas are also in every places of India. One dharmasalas is also in picnic spots, pilgrimages, etc. for the rest of the tourists, and to prefer food or to serve food to them. It is known as dharmasalas are there. In this, then standard discipline love services to all who came to the shelter and food. Values followed in the dharmasalas, and this is the one. Factors affecting development of the food service units. One is tradition and cultures. Traditionally, eating outside the home was taboo, and people who went out for long hours to work always carried their foods with them. It was religion, tradition, culture, and brought the people together in large number to participate in mass prayers, celebrate festivals, social occasions such as marriages, bars, other festivals, all of which involve eating together. Then factors affecting, what are the factors affecting the development? One is tradition and culture. Then traditionally, eating outside the home was taboo. People who were in the Muslims peoples are after their worshipping, after their worship, then they should prefer, they should take food in a large mass in a one place. It was religion, traditional culture. They always brought people together in a large numbers to participate in mass prayers, prayers of the Muslims, celebrate festival. Hindus are celebrating festival, Durga Puja, Dasaharas, etc., and enjoy social occasions such as marriages, baths, and other festivals, all of which involve eating together. Yeah, here also food service establishment, food service units prepared large quantities of food because it is a get together occasions. In cases of marriages, birth, and other festivals of different religious people such as Muslims, Christians. Then in Good Friday, Christians will get together and serve food to each other. It is called tradition and culture. Religious flavor. Then outside the missionary of charity, Ramakrishna missions, etc., has also provided food to the people. Other royal starters. Century ago, royal households had a large number of inhabitants to serve the loyalty, who were placed in a hierarchy and had established food allowances which were fixed according to their ranks, and large battery of staff were employed for food preparation and services. In royal starters, they prepared large quantities of foods and they serve to the their prajas, their citizen of that kingdoms, etc. They should prepare. माने जेतुले राजा महाराजा माने सेमाने भी तांको occasion बळे बहुत large quantities of foods were prepared आ तांकर जेते सब प्रजा थिले बा citizen थिले तो सेमानकु से provide करूथिले. Kings and the family members and guests who are fed from the palaces of the king, and they were starters distributing food and durables at the nods. तो तांकर जेतबेले किछि गोटे सेलिब्रेशंस होतला, they should distribute large number of foods. They prepare large number of foods and then they should serve to the people. It is royal status. Then social changes. Catering industry entrepreneurs cast on the changing needs of the small family who could no longer entertain lavishly at the home, and catering total event management and should the equipped in the respect of food production, social length, temples, religious places to increase, and social other poorly religious there. In social changes, also in temples, in a celebrations, in temples also lots of the peoples, many of the peoples were preferred to prepare food at the temples in a occasions such as in marriages, in also birthday celebrations. They prefer to prepare food in temple areas. मंदिर मानकरे मध्य आमर खाइबा हेकी भी बंटा जाए, तो सेटा हेले पूरा सात्विक आहार. Then it is very pure vegetarian foods are prepared in temple areas. Then it is also religious also. It is sometimes Hindus were celebrate their festivals in temples area. Then sports clubs, country clubs, all host city festivals, sports events, large scale visits to temples, religious places to increase in social changes. Then industrial development. Industrialization brought in its wake the need to feed employees in factories, which led to the development of industrial canteens and lunch room facilities are there. And extend the mini meals, snacks facilities. They provide hot and cold meals delivered to order to customer in the tray. Another one is industrial development. Industrial development means those who are office goers, they were unable to prepare their food at home and also take lunch, unable to prepare food at home for their lunch or breakfast or dinner, or lunch or breakfast, then they should depend on the some of the food service units, so that they will provide, these units will provide small lunch box and lunch bags were there, breakfast bags were there, they will deliver to the office goers persons. तो ऑफिस जो मैंने जाऊँ दो डोंट हैव एनी टाइम से फुड प्रिपेयर करें बाहर कौटी कि पारती ऑफिस एंगेज हो रही तो से जो फुड मगाती सेटा इज इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट दे शुड different form with time and extend in full or mini meal snacks facilities that provided hot cold meals delivered order to the customer. So anchor according to the persons office goers persons, they on the order, according to their order, then the food service units deliver according to the order of the office goers persons in customer on trays or in boxes or individual or bulk packed meals also there. An offshoot of industrialization was the development of roads, and development industrialization led to creation of job opportunity for men and women. They were all were who were engaged in works or in office goers or any persons who are engaged in their work and they don't have times to prepare their foods, then it is delivered by the food service unit to the office goers or engaged persons. So it will be in small lunch packs were there, trays were there, and also large packs of lunch are there. Then welfare rehabilitations. The focus of the government was gradually drawn on the large population, not only the pure number, but their proportion in terms of unemployment, access of literacy, educational facilities, medical healthcare problems of normal handicapped citizens are there. To add to was the increase in crime rates and prisons swelled up, where proper food was needed to feed the prisoners. Welfare and rehabilitations of the government's welfare rehabilitation centers were there. They were also large population, not the pure number, but proportion in terms of unemployment, access illiteracy, educational facilities, medical health problems, handicapped citizens, the increase in crime rates and prisoners where proper food is needed to feed the prisoners. So, in increase in welfare and rehabilitation centers and concept of industrial food services came to the address to need independence all kind of institution, orphanage, boarding house, hospital, others. One is also welfare rehabilitation unit or NGOs are there. They also prepare food and provided to the orphanages group, boarding houses, hospitals, and others. They were working to prepare large quantity of food and provide to the and deliver to the orphanages those who requires food, but they were still unemployment. They don't have any source to take their food, take their food. They don't have any other source such as orphanages, then housing, boarding houses who are living in boarding, then hospitals and others. Then who were not able to take proper quality of take proper quantity of food, according to because they don't have any employment, and they are unemployed, then also they comes under illiterate persons were there, and educational facilities, medical healthcare problems, etc. Unemployed person, they don't have money to buy food, then these kind of welfare rehabilitations NGOs, they provide food to the unemployed persons, then those who are living in under poverty, orphanages child, then in hospitals also, in others. Then healthcare. Increase in health, medical care and welfare schemes gave rise to hospital, clinics, CRAs, old age homes, welfare centers, within which it is necessary to operate catering facilities to fulfill the need of the patients. Also in hospitals, food services units are there because they provide food to the patients. Then also crays are also there where the preschool childs were staying there. Then old age homes are there, also there also food services are there. Some of the welfare rehabilitation centers are providing food to the old age homes. Then welfare centers within which necessary to operate catering. These kinds of these group of people who are belonging to welfare and rehabilitations NGOs where they were provide these types of uh, these groups of people, those who are unemployed, then living in below poverty lines, then in old age homes also they don't have that much facilities of food supplying. Then hospitals, then other welfare centers are also there. Then they provide welfare and rehabilitation centers provide to these types of people. Then healthcare hospitals also they have also provided this food to the patients. In addition, welfare services are planned by the government to help eradicate hunger and malnutrition. Other types of also services are also there. Food services managements are there. Some are the comes under government and some non-government organization are there or NGOs are there. They should uh, work in this field, work in food services units to provide food to the hunger. They provide food to the needy persons. They provide food to the children, etc. etc. तो ये आम कौन जानलु ना आमको प्रथम ट्रेडिशन एंड कल्चर रे आम जो गेट टुगेदर रे ह्यूज अमाउंट फूड आम से मिल जाऊँ गोटे रिलीजियस फ्लेवर अच्छी सबू रिलीजन को अलग अलग फूड अच्छी रॉयल स्टाटस किंग जो मैंने राजा मैंने रोते से बहुत जिनस बहुत भल भल खाद्य डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते सिटीजन रे then social changes are there. Social changes माने बहुत lots of clubs are there, restaurants are there, some dancing bars were there, then etc. the social changes are there जोठी सेही कैटेगरी पीपल माने जिबे तो सेठी मध्ये से माने सेही टाइप रो फूडिंग पाई परिबे. Industrial development, those who are office goers, they are unable to they were unable to take their lunch or फूड इन प्रॉपर टाइम तो सेठी भी हमर पैकेज फूड इंस्टीट्यूशनल मैनेजमेंट तरफ सेटा भी मध्य प्रोवाइड करा जाए बा कैंटीन्स रो फैसिलिटीज थाए इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट पाई कि टाइम सेव पाई कि तो से माने मध्य जदि गोटे लोक तार वर्क प्लेस रु जाए कि आ गोटे जगह खाइला दे ऑल्सो lots of times were also lost. That's why they prepare in that institution in a long lunch package box. Then in welfare rehabilitation से माने कौन करती ना जो माने needy persons they should provide food to them. Orphanage हला, old age हला कि बाहर जो माने beggars हला तो एमान को से माने feeding करती. Now would have healthcare unit hospitals manager according to the patient foods were also prepared and foods are distributed among them according to their disease conditions. Then educational institutions means in schools, colleges, etc. Families sending school children to school, colleges, universities. Also boarding lodging facilities sparing of the premises on the matter of necessity. Demand increase for the men women youth of hostels existence, snacks bar, cafeterias, etc. in in educational institution what we will in educational institution food services unit are also available for to feed the children. In colleges they feed to the students. Then in hostels also foods are prepared. These are the schools, educational institution provide according to the grown-up stage, according to the child's development, and according to the students' development, mental and physical development. They should prepare according to the students. Then unemployment is the last point. With the population of our country, we are well over the 1 billion mark. Unemployed in a real problem even among the educated youth, let alone those who have little or access to literacy or school of learning. Then main ingredients usually pre-prepared to the extent possible and then finish on demand. Then last one is vending, other from self-harm. Then unemployed. Those who have don't have any employment, those uh, uh, those who are not belong to employed persons, they are unemployed. They don't have any job, so that they can afford to buy or purchase food for their daily routine. Then they should prepare one vending zones also there. Vending and other forms of self-employment is a common sight in some residential localities where single food item in the form of hot tikkas or two items meal like chana bhatura, dal rotis, etc. The food vending provided the means of earning a living and give an interest to self-employment. Those who are unemployed, then they should prepare food in a very small quantity in a daily base selling. In daily base selling, they prepare a small such as gupchup, chats, pakodas, etc. in a small in a small area or in a table or in a uh, very minimal place. In a very minimal place, they will prepare that small quantities of food and uh, for the selling purposes. Then also earning is also then unemployed persons also earn some money by selling these food items, and it is also very attracted to the students, children, adults, etc. Unemployed persons also sell in they also invest very small amount of money or very small amount of finance in their project or in their vending items or vending small food preparing items. माने जेतोला unemployed person कौन करंती बहुत less amount of money invest करिकी ଯେମିତି କି ଗୁପଚୁପ, ପକୋଡ଼ା, ବଡ଼ା ଏସବୁ ବନେଇକି ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ କରନ୍ତି, ସେଇଥିରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଲୋକ ଆସିକି ବହୁତ ଖାଆନ୍ତି ଆଉ ତାଙ୍କର ଅର୍ନିଂ ମଧ୍ୟ ହୁଏ. Then the last point is unemployment. They will invest such a few finance in their project or in their business and prepare some of the very little amount of some snacks items they were prepared, and the lots of people are purchase that item, and they also earn some money also. These are the unemployment. Then second is education. Educational institution also there a food service unit. In hospital also in a food service unit. In a welfare rehabilitation they also distribute food in needy persons. Then industrial development also they provide their lunch, breakfast to their employee. Then social changes are some of the restaurants are there, cafeterias are there. Then social changes, bars were there, etc. Then royal status kings were distributing food to their citizen. Then religious flavors are there. Lots of other religions peoples are preparing according to the religions. Then traditional culture get together in a celebrations, in a pujas, in every religious cultural programs, in marriages, then birthdays, etc. They were get together and huge amount of foods were prepared and served to the people. It is traditional. These are the factors affecting development of the food service establishment. Then you have to write these points and give proper examples to that the perfect to the points. Then first of all you will write what is welfare rehabilitations works of the and the objectives and aims of the welfare rehabilitation in food service establishment. Then you give some examples of it, where they were provided their food, in orphanages area, in boarding houses, in hospitals, in unemployed persons, in a needy persons, in a handicapped persons, etc. You have to give examples. In welfare rehabilitation, in healthcare, in hospital provided diabetic diet, renal diet, semi-solid diet, liquid diet, etc. You have to give examples. Then educational units, then schools, other types of in schools, midday meal plan is there. In preschools, ICDS programs are also providing food supplements to the child. Then in schools, in hostels, then you have to give proper examples while writing to the points. Then types of food service and management. What are the types of food service management? One is commercial establishment. Commercial establishments are those that are set up mainly with a profit motive. Then establishments, they were set up mainly with a profit. They targeted for their profit, with a profit motive, and sell foods and services to a for a price. They sell food in a commercial motive and services for a price, irrespective of their size. They range from the smallest tea stalls, roadside eating place of dhabas, to a coffee house, cafeteria, restaurants, motel, hotels, then in a dining services facilities. Such as the customer who visit such establishment eat out of different reasons, such as hunger, thirst, pleasure, entertainment, leisure, business meetings, and on. What is commercial establishment? Commercial establishment means they were selling their food, they were selling their food materials for a profit motive. That's why they will decreases in their sizes, and also add some other such as add some other products in their food materials to prepare a menu. So lots of things are there. They only look after their profit motive. For profit motive, they will decreases their size and add some additives, then add some other materials. Then and, they did not focus on the pure form of food. Okay. Then examples are smallest tea stall, roadside eating places, vendors. Then vending zones are there. And then dhabas are there, coffee house, cafeteria, restaurant, hotels are there. Then they only prepare and services, food services are given on the profit motive. ସେମାନେ ସବୁ ପ୍ରଫିଟ୍ ମୋଟିଭ୍ରେ ତାଙ୍କର କ୍ୱାଣ୍ଟିଟିରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଡିକ୍ରିଜ୍ କରନ୍ତି, କ୍ୱାଲିଟିରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଡିକ୍ରିଜ୍ କରନ୍ତି। ସେ କେବଳ ଫୋକସ୍ କରନ୍ତି ଫର୍ ଦ ପ୍ରଫିଟ୍ ମୋଟିଭ୍। ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ୍ ନୋନ୍ ଆଜ୍ କମର୍ସିଆଲ ଏଷ୍ଟାବ୍ଲିଶମେଣ୍ଟ। The customer who visits such establishment out of which different reasons such as hunger, customers, those who are coming to the commercial establishment, they were hungers and thirst also there. For pleasure, they also coming to the commercial establishment. For entertainment, for leisure, for business meetings, etc. These peoples are visiting to the commercial establishment for their different purposes. For their entertainment, for their business purpose, for their hunger, then for their entertainment, etc. They will visited to the commercial establishment and prefer to take food. Then what is non-commercial establishment? Non-commercial establishment are those that have been set up with a social objective, and food preparation and services are only a complementary part of the care giving aspect to the establishment. Such examples are government hospitals, school, prisons, orphanages, old age homes, and the likes. Non-commercial organizations are they will not focus on the profit motive, because it comes under the government's and the so lots of NGOs are there who were not focused on the profit motive. They will prefer to deliver, to serve good quality and quantity of food to the community people. Non commercial establishment ମାନଙ୍କର profit motive ନଥାଏ, ସେମାନେ good quality quantity ର food ଗୋଟେ ହଙ୍ଗର person କୁ ଦବାର କି ଯାହାର needy person କୁ ସେମାନେ good quality quantity ର ଦେବେ without looking for their profit motive. ସେମାନେ profit motive ଦେଖନ୍ତିନି। ସେମାନେ କିଏ ନା ଗୋଟେ NGOs ରହିଲା, ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ NGOs ରହିଲା, ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନ ରହିଲା, ତ ସେମାନେ ଏଇସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଦେଖନ୍ତିନି। ସେଟା ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ୍ସ କ'ଣ ଦେବେ ନା some examples are government hospitals, government schools, prisons, orphanages, old age homes, and the likes. So like this, they will provide food in a good quality and quantity base. They will not looking for their profit motive. Then such institution may however carry on activities that will enhance their income or charge a fees for service rendered from those who are afford to pay for them. Then they will not force the people to pay some amount for taking your food. For instead, for they should not bound to make the payment. They were not bound to pay. Those who have able, those who are able to for payment, then they will payment for their food items. Otherwise, if you don't have any incomes, or you are belonging to unemployed, then you are not bound to make payment. Okay. It is known as non commercial establishment. Man kahaku bound kara jaeni, jahar अच्छी से माने देबे, जହାର न अच्छी से माने खाई के जाई परिबे. It is very important. One is commercial types of food service establishment or commercial establishment. You have to write the definition and then give some examples. Commercial establishment and non-commercial establishments are also you have to give examples. Then approaches to food service management. Management thinking has undergone a number of changes in few decades. One is traditional approach, and second one is classical approach. Then scientific approach. Three approaches are there. Traditional management was based on the rule of thumb principle, which assumed that whatever food and drink was prepared and offered to the customer would be sold, because food is the necessary for survival. Thus, management of food production and service became a combination of certain cultural factors adapted to a contemporary world, both through its own inertia and relevance to the organization and its environment. And traditional management was based on the rule of thumb principle, assumed to whatever food and drink was prepared, offered to the customer would be sold, because food is necessary for the survival. In traditional approach means the food service units prepared food for the persons. Then you should the unit should sold the food materials because food is necessary for survival. So we should the traditional approaches means not the food preparing products, then raw materials also sold, then cereals products are sold, then the food units are sold, cereal products, then pulses, then then vegetables, fruits, etc. sold, because food is very necessary for survival. For survival, food is very necessary. They should then in traditional approach, it based on the rule of thumb principle, assume that you should sold the right quantity and quality of products to the persons, such as cereals products. ଚାଉଳ ଅଟା ଗହମ ଏସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ବିକ୍ରି କରିପାରିବା। ଡାଲ୍ ଆଇଟମ୍ସ ଗୁଡ଼ା ଫ୍ରୁଟ୍ସ ଭେଜିଟେବଲ୍ସ ଯେଉଁଟାକି ବହୁତ ନେସେସରୀ ଆମର ଦେହ ପାଇଁକି, ତ ସେଇଟା ସବୁ ସୋଲ୍ଡ କରିବା ଦରକାର। Thus, management of food production and services became a combination of certain cultural factors adapted to the contemporary world, determine action, decision, behavior of the people at work, and the role of their organization. Then 5 relationships at work in traditional management. One is master, then second one is husband, one is master and subject, then other one is husband and wife, then parents and siblings, self and friends, franchises and franchises. These were the people who master subject, while is in catering enterprises, and owner in sole manager in small outside establishment in Dhabas. In husband wife, they also plan for a menus and plan for whatever they will cook the food today. They will plan and they should prepare and buy some food, cereal, pulses, etc., and fruits, vegetables from the market, and they should plan and prepare and serve to their family. So then parents and siblings are there, self friends are there, franchises are there. 5 relationships at work in traditional management. In tradition, these were the planners. Then husband wife relations in the management style, which show more dominations in management decision and traditionally male dominated society in understanding, and therefore division of works efforts in willing, participative and effective. Skills are well used, and wife take charges of food production and services, while the husband deals and external food sales activities, purchasing, inventory management, customer networking, finance, etc. If the husband wife will start the food service establishment, then here uh, wife will willing to take charge of food production. She will take charge of the food production and services, and while the husband deals with external forces such as purchasing, then management, customer networking, etc., and finance also, then husband and wives are involved in the food service management. Then wife will participate in this kind of works, and husband also participating in this kind. They will divided works in between them. Such as example, such services are supply of meals to home, offices, takeaway services from the customer picks of the meals of the food. They will provided such services are supplied to the meals of home. Those were unable to cook food, meals to home. Then offices also they were provided. Then service from the customer pick up the meal of food items. Those who are having order from telephonically in advance, also telephonic in advance, where order their menus, and they will give services to this kind of people. Husband wife, when they were starting a business food service management units. Then parents and siblings, with this relationship, the establishment expand with the family, its members contributing to the work according to their age, ability, skills, gradually learn from the parents and the jobs. Unity, loyalty, goal focus is assured because the familial bonds between the members of the organization, which may be cafeteria, contract catering businesses, specialty or other restaurants. Then in parents and siblings, they were distributed the work among their age, ability, skills, which they gradually learn from the parents on the job. They will follow their parents. Their siblings were followed to their parents and distribute among them. Unity, loyalty, and goal focused in assured because the familiar bond between members and the business is continued between their family members. So the siblings were um, uh, followed to their parents. Then self-friends. Management thinking changed with time and greater investment was needed. These were achieved in extending family business by joining with friends who exhibited mutual loyalties and were willing to share responsibility of business in terms of partnership or investment, risks and profit alike. In self-friend, they were investment was in 50-50. Then they also distribute their works in between two. Also finance is also there. Then they should investment is there, risk is there, profit and losses were there. They will equally distributed between them. Then in running a food service organization such as hotels, lodge, hostels, restaurants, partnerships, etc. These are partner, but parent siblings were providing food in those who are telephoning advancedly, they were called for food. Then in office areas, etc. In parent siblings also, they were also preparing food and also delivered to the order persons. In self friends, they will running a food service organization such as hotels, lodge, restaurant in partnerships. In franchise and franchisor and franchise, these are the relationship between one organization and another. Then one is franchisor and one is franchise, where uh, we are under we are taken the franchise from the franchisor. Then two organizations were there. They were tie up between two organizations. Then they will give some of the sources to the franchise. This represents a contractual relation between one organization and another. The franchisor allowing the use of its establishment trade name in exchange of loyalty payments. Then franchisor allowed to the franchise that established his trade name, his the goodwills, then standards of food service and maintained under the trade name of the locations of the new enterprises such as Narula, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, uh, then Udupi restaurants, etc. They will give one restaurant is there, such as Pizza Hut. Lots of Pizza Huts were there. One is the establishment Pizza Hut organization. One is the proprietor of the Pizza Hut restaurant. Then she will give franchise to the another person, so that lots of Pizza Hut restaurants are opening in different parts of the different places of the cities, or in different parts of the cities, or in our countries, etc. फ्रांचाइज माने जनकर गोटे एस्टाब्लिशमेंट एरिया अच्छी सी किंतु तार बिजनेस को डेवलप करने से आउ जन को तार नेम ब्रांड ट्रेड सबूर गुडविल सबू देला, तो सी आउ गोटे जगार कला, तो ताकू से लॉयल्टी आकार पेमेंट करिवो. दिस इज कॉल्ड फ्रांचाइज एंड फ्रांचाइज. दिस आर द दिस इज आल्सो वेरी इंपोर्टेंट traditional approaches to food service management. Then what are classical approaches? Classical approaches are there. Works are employed in work up to 13 hours a day and robot hours was the constraint. Theory resulted from the need to final guidelines for managing complex organizations, and Henry Powell's as first systematized diagonal. Then these are the experimentations with improvement tried of managers using human relations with behavioral approaches, such as theory X and theory Y are there. Human beings have an inherent dislikes for works and will avoid if they can. Most people need to pose, control, directed and threaten with punishment to get them to put enough efforts to achieve organizational objective. Human beings prefer to direct, wish to avoid responsibility, having little ambitions and bold security. Two types of theories are there in classical approaches. One is X theory is there, another one is Y theory is there. In X theory, human beings have an inherent dislikes for work. Those who have food service units as their forefathers were doing, inherent dislikes for work, and their siblings were disliked to works in their food service units, and they will avoid if if they can. Most people need to control directed threaten with punishment to get them to put enough effort to achieve organizational objectives. Human being prefer to directed wish to avoid responsibility. They should not take this responsibilities of the food service unit, have little ambitions and want security. So it is known as X theory. X theory रे बहुत प्रकार हिंड्रांसेस आसे कि ସେମାନେ ତାଙ୍କର ଇନହେରିଟାଣ୍ଟ जोटा ଆମର बिजनेस चली थाए तो सब सिबलिंग्स माने cannot support to their family, cannot support their parents. जो पेरेंट्स माने जो इंस्टीट्यूशनटा चलेइथिबे बा पेरेंट्स माने गोटे छोट ढाबास चलेइथिबे तो तांको सिबलिंग माने सेटा लाइक्स करिवेनी कि तांको सपोर्ट करिवेनी आ रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मध्य नेबेनी सेटा एक्स थ्योरी. And Y theory हेला the expenditure of physical and mental effort in work is a natural based on rest. Then external control and trade punishment are not only the means of producing effort, and people will exercise self-direction and self-control to achieve goal. X, Y Egyptians hella capacity to exercise high degree of imaginations, creativity of the solutions of the problem distributed among the pair. So Y theory hella तो capacity to control their employee, capacity to control good planning is there. Then after planning, then foods they should prepare food, then they should distribute according to the person's need. So it Y theory ta hala तो proper planning is there. X theory is the due to non-planning, due to the improper planning ପାଇଁ କି ବିଜନେସଟା ମାନେ ଇନପ୍ଲାନିଂ ପ୍ଲାନିଂ ପାଇଁ କି ସେଠି ସବୁ ଆମର hindrances were created, lots of hindrances in our business. Then difference between two theories: X is permissatic, static and rigid, and control is external being imposed to the superior. Y is optimistic, dynamic and flexible and etc. So X is always rigid and the control is external being imposed by the superior. So it is very rigid. X is very rigid and Y is flexible because there is a proper planning, there is a proper there is a also there is a unity also there, creativity is there. That's why Y is flexible and X is rigid. Then third one is scientific approach. Scientific approach is called Taylorism after his founder F.W. Taylor, who believed the management could be taught and practiced in a scientific manner. Then we should look at scientifically and 3 points of views: management, workers and total organization. In scientific approach, the management is practiced in a scientific manner, not in a physically or others. They should follow or they should practice in a scientific manner. These are 3 points are there. One is management, second one is worker and third one is total organization is there. Then security, this includes safety of people and property. Those who are working, those who are involved in the food service unit, security is there, safety of people and property. Then technical, this covered all production method and products. Issued in technical form, all production or method prepared food are such as they should prepare the food according to their planning, and they should prepare the products according to their planning. It is known as technical. Then commercially, all activities of buying and selling are there. After production, we should buy, or after production we should sell in the society and sell in market also. It is known as commercial. Then financial involve the raising of the fund and using capital. What are the profit we are getting? It is known as financial, by raising the fund and using capital. After using the capital, after planning, we should invest we should start investing in food service unit. Then then after that we will plan, then prepare food or prepared food products, then we will sell in the market. Then after we get the profit, it is known as financial. Then accounting, these involve recording and monitoring of all costs, profits and liabilities. After we get profit, then we should maintain one accounting, such as we will monitoring all cost prices, all expenditures. Then all expenditures we should follow. Then profits are there, and then liabilities are there, etc. We should maintain in a accounting book. Then managerial, these covered monitoring productivity, problem solving, coordinating, controlling and so on. Then managerials is also there, where the monitoring, then finance were also maintained there, then productivity, then what are the problems are there, then what are the solve, after creating problems, is it solved or not, it also mentioned there. Then how we will coordinate among our employee with with their organizational unit, and controlling, etc. is managerial. Then these are the 6 basic activities coming under the scientific approach. We should scientifically look after the organization can be looked at scientifically from these 3 points. Excuse me. Then qualitative approaches are there. After scientific approaches, these are the 6 basic activities such as security, technical, commercial, financial, accounting, managerial, etc. This is also very important. Three approaches of management, food service management. One is traditional, where the masters and subjects are there. Husband, wives are also planning for business. Parents and siblings also started their business. Self and friends are also um, started their business. Franchise and franchise are there. These are known as traditional. Traditionally, they will develop their food service management units. Then classical approaches. There are two types of approaches there. One is X theory, one is Y theory. X is very rigid and Y is very optimistic. Then in scientific approach, scientific terms and scientific way of then practiced in scientific form. These are the security, technical, commercial, financial, accounting, managers are there. These are the three approaches of the food service establishment. Then 1.6 is managing and organization. How will manage an organization? These are the process involved. Then process steps are there. Design is thus the application of knowledge to a practical problem for the purpose of finding and out the best possible way to achieve result for that in situations. So one is the knowledge, they are practical problems for the purpose to finding the best possible to achieve result of the situation. Then we have best knowledge uh, on the base of this while we are going to start one food service establishment, then we have proper knowledge on it. First of all, we will uh, we will acquire knowledge in regarding to the food service unit. What is food service unit? How will invest? How we will in what is the process of investment? How will you plan? How will you serve? Which kind of people are attached? What what are our employees' achievements, etc. We should first we will acquire the proper knowledge about the business. Then we have that much for problem solving. We should achieve or propose to finding out the best possible to solve our problems related to food service establishment. ତା ମାନେ ଦୁଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ଆମର knowledge ଥିବା ଦରକାର, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା we have some findings, we have some we should achieve to solve the various problems we are facing while starting the food service unit. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ food service unit start କରିବା ସେତେବେଳେ lots of ମାନେ problems arise ହେବ. So we have to achieve that much, we have to achieve practical knowledge to solve the problems. It is known as process involved. Then process involved, therefore, establishment environment in which goal can be achieved in least expenditure of time, money, material while using human resource, etc. Then process involved, therefore, aim to establishment and food service unit, and which goals to achieve the least expenditure. We should started with least expenditure of time, money, least expenditure of time is there, least expenditure of money is there, and least expenditure of material is there while using human resources. Then principles of management. What is principles of management? Then it is a fundamental truth providing a guide or thought and action. It is a truth providing a guide to thought, and action is also there. We should think how we will develop the food service and establishment. Then action is also there. Principle of manager. Principle of management means it is also very important. Principles of management means division of work is there, then authority and responsibility is there, then discipline must, we should maintain discipline, then unitary command is there, then unitary direction is there, individual goal second to organizational goal, then payment for works, then hierarchy, then orderliness, then loyalty and devotions is there, then work stability is there, then initiatives are there, then unity is the most important, then span of control we have to that much to control the living the live problems, then divisions of work. These are the principles of management. There are 14 principles which are performed the basis of management activity. Each manager may use as many as they think useful in particular situations and particular field of work, which would form reference points to success in the future. The 14 principles are there. Then what are the 14 principles? Unitary direction, single goal is there, multiple goals is there, lead to divided attentions, lack of efficiency and achievement. Then payment is there, then orderliness there, loyalty and devotions is there, then work stability is also there, initiatives are also very important, unity is very important, then to control the life problems. Then what are the functions of management? Functions of management is very important. Management of function is, first is planning, then organizing, then directing, then evaluating, then coordinating, then controlling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 functions of management are there. Planning. You have to plan in a proper manner, gathering informations for building, for finances and other resources to make a working scheme. For a working scheme, we have to plan relating to building, then finances we have to maintain our finance level, then all other resources, employees are there, then work distributions are there. These are known as planning. Developing a blueprint of the structure indicating the arrangement of spaces and details of activities to be performed in them. Setting goals or target to be achieved in a set period of time, the goals being closely related to a fairly accurate forecast of future events. Then forecasting number of customers accurately, knowing staff production and service skill, judging customer expectations, determining menu composition cost, etc. All kind of plannings we should and distribute in a proper manner. We should plan for finance, we should plan for employees, we should plan for building, etc. Then organizing. Then steps of organization, breaking down tasks into specific activities. Then organization means we should distribute it among the specific activities between employees. Each action unit is allocated to a manageable group of people and authority and responsibility for its performance to a leader in a group. Staffs are allocated to each action unit and placed in a position according to their skills with levels of authority clearly defined. Then resources are then allocated for each activity. Then resources are allocated to each activities. Work is equally distributed to avoid stress and fatigue. We should equally distributed works among the employees so that uh, so that we can avoid stress and fatigue. Then what is directing? Directing not the instruction. We will give a director by instruction to the different groups of people. Instructing, guiding, supervising, teaching, reviewing, etc. coming under directing. We should guiding to our staffs. It means the manager wants to cup of coffee, kitchen staffs, then storekeepers, then managers, etc. We should guide. Manager gives simple instruction to our piano. Please bring some of the coffees. Then these are the coming under the directing. After planning, then we should organizing, then directing the work by supervising, then coordinating. What is the coordinating? Coordinating means process of integrating the objections with the activities of different units of an organization in order to achieve goals effectively. So um, we should divide the works amongst the different groups of peoples. Then we should coordinate them, that exercise and coordinate representing not cells and functions of the, so good functions of the management, we should coordinate them. Strength, staff loyalty, feeling of oneness, unity is there. Then strength and staff loyalty is there. Third, organization resulting greater outstanding. Then controlling, we have to control functions in management, control process, measuring actual performance, comparing result with standard expected, pinpointing areas of deviations, determining reasons of the deviations by taking correct controlling means whatever investment we have, whatever investment, whatever amount we are invested in the food service unit, then whether the profit is there or loss is there, we should evaluate it. Then we should control them, that no, this is not the proper way. We should work more, or we should work in this way, not in this way, etc. This is known as controlling. We should control the employees and taking corrective actions for our profit. Then evaluation is there. Last one is evaluation, means should be monitor progress periodically to ensure success. For success, staff appraisal is there. Uh, we should give performance. We should increase their salaries. We should encourage to the staffs. This is known as staff appraisal. Work environment is should be good. Then work conditions, procedures, equipments and maintenance. Then food product evaluation, whether the food is quality is good or bad or medium. Then profitability, this is known as evaluation. We should evaluate the employee, we should evaluate the food products, we should evaluate the profit also. This is very important. So you should write about the functions of management. First one is planning. We should plan for a food service unit. Then we should organizing in a proper way. Then coordinating them. Then coordinate the employees. Then controlling them according to their corrective actions. Then last one is evaluating. We should evaluate all, including employees, work environment, then equipments and maintenance. We should evaluate the maintenance. We should quality of the food products, then profitability. Then second one is planning. Unit 2 is planning a food service unit. How will you planning a food service unit? According to management is identified as a body of systemized knowledge based on the general principle which are verifiable in business practices. If management is professional, then saying that manager plan, organizes, coordinate, motivates, direct and controls to the employees. These are some of the aspects of his work studied in the earlier. Functions of the management we have already studied about the functions of the management. Then we say that management is a process of planning, organizing, delegating, leading, controlling that effort the organization member using all these organizational resources to achieve the organizational goal. To achieve profit, to achieve a good businessman, we should follow these steps. Then Bullock has suggested POSDCORP, once code word but acronyms for and management created by the name in 7 functions. Then in short form, it is also in short answer it will come as what is POSDCORP. P means planning, O means organizing, S means staffing, D means directing, C means coordinating, R means reporting, and B means budgeting. In management process, Gulick, one of the author, has suggested in short form acronyms of the management created name of the 7 functions. The Gulicks suggested here the 7 functions in a code word such as POSDCORP, means planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, and budgeting. You should remember this code word of the 7 functions of the management. Planning, you already know about planning. We have to plan. We are planning from kitchen service area, what equipment we should use, policy, what are the policy we should maintain, then what are the policy we should follow, then profit, then purchasing, then safety we will also follow. Then in organization, then spaces are there, works are there, staffs were there, facilities were there, services, safeties, etc. there. In directing, we should direct to the staff, work, and customer. Then controlling the performance, their standards, their materials used, methods, cost, and external forces are there. We should control in this. Then evaluate at last we should evaluate about the product is good or bad, people are working or not, or active or not, then resources uses are good in quality or not, then procedures are good or not, then customers taste is good or bad, then environmental condition is good, while preparing while we'll set up a food service establishment, then environment is very much important. If the environment is good and hygienic in nature, then the food will be in we should give the good quality foods are production, good quality of food productions are there according to the environmental features, then forces, etc. These are we should evaluate. These we should evaluate. About the evaluating, we should focus on these steps. Then coordination now, it is also very important. Then systematic reference to type of plan. Then first is propose, desire to do something, or opening a food service establishment. Objective is we should provide food to the peoples and also in a profit motive. Okay. Then rules, we should state some rules, we should follow some rules. Then procedures are we will use wheat, we should use some snacks, and we should while preparing snacks we should use wheat flours, then sugar, then salt, etc. The procedures, how will procedures are there, and policies are also there, and complaints of the programs is what are the programs, food service programs means different programs are there, children's schools, colleges, etc. are there, strategies are there, and budgeting is there. Then preparing a planning guide for prospectus. How will you prepare a planning guide or prospectus? Then we should in planning we should prepare an prospectus. There rationally is there. What is rationally? Rationally means we should uh, project a title. we should first of all we should selected a title. What is the title? Food service unit's name, or food service unit names, or any other names. We should place one title. First we should place one title, or we should fix one title. It is known as project title by goal, objective, policies and procedures. It is known as rationally. While preparing a prospectus or planning a guide or a prospectus, first of all we should fix one title. We should give one name of the establishment unit. Then physical and operational characteristics are there. Physicals means design a feature so that appropriate structural facilities compatible with the type of foods to be served. What kind of foods were prepared in that according to the name of the establishment. What kind of foods we should prepare and whom we will be served. आमे काहाकू दबा आउ के कौन कौन आमे ସେଥିରେ बनेଇବା. It is physical and operational characteristics. Operational means employees are working here, in which shifts they are working, then what are the timing, then operational or physical and operational activities in this area. Then operational data refers to the activities by the food production. Menu is key items of the concern. We should prepare a menu, and employees are procedures to prepare on menus. Then what are the food items, we are using in preparing a menu. कौन कौन फूड आइटम्स आम यूज करूँ. एम्प्लॉइज मानकर वर्किंग आवर्स सब कौन कहापर किए शिफ्ट रे आसवे. इट इज नोन एज ऑपरेशनल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स. Then regulatory informations. Then regulatory information running the food service unit, information about the license to operate, whether food license is there or not. Then insurance and informations on food, labor laws are there, standard of sanitation and safety are there, lots of rules, regulations about the food service units are there. We should maintain the license, food license, then insurance, then informations of foods are there. What are the ingredients we are using to prepare one menus, we should mention there. Then sanitation and safety also, the environment must be clean. These are the regulatory information. Then planning team, we should a planning team is there. We should the planning team, it is necessary to include the experts in the field to draw up the prospectus. We should invite the expert persons who are working in this field. And a field जो माने काम करते experts मान को डाकिबा. Those who are experts and have lots of experience in this field, we should invite them to our company, so that all aspects are thought of and included in the plan. Who have the authority to spend the money and give approval, and the food service manager, the architect also there to, in a planning team. One is investor is there, then food service manager is there, then architect is there who will design and plan the food service establishment, then food service design consultants there, then equipment representative है there, what kind of equipments we are using in food service establishment, then any other who can help in specific information are included in the planning team. So in planning team, lots of experts are there to organizing or coordinating the food service establishment. Then fourth one is market survey. Market survey is very important. Before planning for a food service establishment, then we should properly survey the market. What kind of people are demand of the persons, we should start our business. Our demand अनुसार हमें start करिबा business. Then market survey is very important. The one example is there, very good example is there. What is market survey? It is also very important. Ramu was a young graduate who wanted to venture out in food business. Ramu wants to open a food business. So he first undertook a survey in the various food service unit in his neighborhood. ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖ ପାଖରେ ଯେତେ ସବୁ food units ଥିଲା ସେ visit on that area and also visit on that area and she should start his survey. And then he observed its working and spoke to the manager of the places to learn about its operations. Then also she will visit his nearest food service unit and visit their managers and discuss about the food service unit. What are the profits, losses, how will start and etc. etc. Then knowledge which can acquire through academic pursuits and some working experience is essential to run a unit. Through academic pursuits, some working experience is essential to run a unit. Academically, instead of academically knowledge, then some working experience is also very important. Having taken a course in catering management, also have a work in the restaurants further, then she should take the educational qualification regarding this food service management. Also, she should practice in a catering management and worked in a restaurant for a few years. Then he felt confident in starting his business. Then after practicing in a food service unit, then he will decide to start one food service unit. During his survey, he founded dhabas, eateries attached to sweet meat shops, few restaurants, etc. She should visit. She should regularly visited this kind of restaurant, dhabas, etc. and also get some experience. This is known as market survey. Then identify client. It's a lantern. Then customer preference is also there. Having decided the type of food service unit opened, profile the client. Know their food choices and preferences are designed for food service suit their need. Then she should, after market survey, then Ramu will study the profile of client, knows their food choices. Then she, then Ramu asks lots of people, lots of customers about their likes and dislikes. What kind of foods they were likes nowadays. Then likes ମାନେ clients ଙ୍କର likes dislikes ବୁଝିଲା ପରେ ହିଁ ଆମେ start କରିପାରିବା. Then he priced the pack lunch for 30 rupees. According to the client survey, he should start a lunch packed lunch of rupees 30. In lowest investment, in low cost packed lunch box, she should distribute in the handbill in the office complexes. First of all, she should prepare menus according to the customers' demands. In office goers persons, they demanded lots for ordering the menu boxes, ordering the breakfast boxes in affordable price of rupees 30. So रामू कौन कला ना फर्स्ट क्लाएंट सर्वे कला परे से देखिला कि एबे ऑफिस गोयर्स पीपल्स आर नॉट एबल टू cook food or bring their lunch box or bring their breakfast lunch with him or her. That's why she decided to prepare small lunch pack of in a very affordable price in between 30 rupees. तो रामू कौन कला ना जितेबाला क्लाएंट मानू नेला कि ऑफिस गोयर्स माने ही बेसी फूड टा प्रिपेयर करि पारुनांती और सांगे आनी पारुनांती. तो से अफोर्डेबल प्राइस मीन्स विदिन 30 रुपीज रोड लंच बॉक्स पैक कला एंड डिलीवर्ड टू दैट ऑफिस प्लेसेस. तो से फर्स्ट यू स्टार्ट कला अकॉर्डिंग टू द क्लाएंट डिमांड्स. Then then next is customer preferences. What are the customer preferences? Then Ramu knew which is client would be had a fair idea about the food preference. He set about the formula to plan for starting his food service businesses. Then After that essential running a food service unit, Ramu has undertaken a business and found himself in the role of a manager. Then he has to plan the 6M. 6M means, what is 6M? It is also a good question. 6M is, one is money. Money means is needed. This helps to buy the material. Then money is very much essential. So in 6M, first one is money. Then money is needed. This helps to buy the material. Then second M is material. Then that has been processed. Who does the processing? Who does the processing? Then money we should purchase. We should buy or we should purchase the materials. Then in second aim is material. Then who does the processing? Then Ramu needs some manpower. Then third aim is manpower. Okay. Then he will have the facilitated by machines. She also buys some machines to help in their works, to help in their food service units. He should need some machines are also there to help in their food service establishment unit. So here money, then material, then manpower, then machine is there. Then it is 6M is there. Money is 1, material is 2, manpower was 3, and machine is 4. 2 M's was there. 2 M was left. Then all this has been done with the time structure. Next, resource to manages in minutes. Then we have to manage the time. It is known as minutes. Then fifth M is minutes. And this will be done in capture of a good market. If we will, if we have money, then we should buy materials. Then after buying materials, manpower is needed. Then manpower will be facilitated by machines. Then all this will be done in a particular time, such as minutes, and this will be done in a capture of good market. This is the 6M. It is a very good question. What are the functions of 6Ms? How will you plan the 6M? You should write money, then material, then manpower, then machine, then minutes, and then it a good market value. It is customer preferences there. 6Ms are there. You should read it thoroughly and prepare one notes. Then last one is budget. Budget is very important, right? Then planning our money to utilize it for procuring all sources, known as the market as the budget. Whatever planning about the money, whatever the budgetary planning we will will plan for a budget. We should plan for a good investment in our food service and establishment. It is known as budget. In this examples, Ramus is given as able to offer ready-made Ramu and food materials termed as food cost. Then labor cost is there. Then we have to pay for fuel, electricity, water, insurance, lots of all kinds of budgets we will mention in our inventory books or in a accounting books, so that we will last of all, after evaluations, we should evaluate whether it is profitable to us or it is loss to us. That's why we should mention all kind of expenditures, all kinds of expenditures we should mention in a inventory books, such as labor cost. Then overhead expenditures are there. Then maintenance of the building equipment, repayments of loans are there. Then maintenance costs are there. Then payment to the employees are there, etc. For examples are here: food cost is 50%, labor cost is 15%, overhead is 10%, maintenance we are using office stationaries also using, then it is 5%, then profit is 20%. This is called as budget. For proposed incomes of 100%, then we will allotted as food cost 50%, 100% to 50% food cost चलीगला. लेबर मानक आम 15% देदेलु, ओवरहेड रे आम 10% ओवरहेड रे गोटे रखिलु, then maintenance by 5% nelu, then profit is 20%. Out of 100% we get only 20% profit. We should maintain the budgetary allowances. Then investment to start the unit. Yes, cost of remodeling the premises of purchase of the unit. It is very important what is budget, then what is market survey, and the how will you prepare a prospectus while preparing or planning a guide or to for a food service establishment. What are the prospectus you have to write? First is we should fix one title, then operational activities are also there, then regulatory informations we should follow some rules and regulations, some license were there. Okay, then planning teams experts are there. Then in market survey is very important, we should survey the market, and we should also practice in our in that area we should practice, or we should visit again and again, and take some, and also grab some informations relating to this business. Then identify the clients likes and dislikes, then customer, what are the customer preferences. In customer preference 6 M's are there. Then last one is important is budget. In 100% how much profit we will get and what are our expenditures. It is very important. Then in this unit regulations information is very important. In regulations information we have to information about the license to operate the institutions, then insurance is there, informations of food the list are there, then labor laws and standards, hygiene sanitization etc are there. Then we will study about applications for a license, how will you apply for a license to started a food service establishment. आम लाइसेंस केमती विदाउट लाइसेंस आम एत फुड को आम सेफली आम दे पारानी ना आम नारी किए गोटे केस करदे कि कहार कि पेट खराब हो गला आउ जो मनकर है तो इजिली से आम मान ना केस करेंगे कि यही खाद्य खाई आमर फुड पॉइजनिंग हो गला कि गोटे लोकर डेथ हो गला, जदि आम किसी लाइसेंस थी तेज आमर कि से आमर आम ये कि कंप्लेन आसबनी. So how you will apply for a license to opening a food service establishment. And then whether the premises conform to the municipal corporation norms. We should apply it in BMC. We are coming under Bhubaneswar Municipal BMC corporations, municipal corporation. In Bhubaneswar Municipal Corporation norms, we should apply it for license to open a food service establishment. Then permanent license may be issued if the building or structure is unauthorized. A temporary license is issued for 11 months. If then if the office is unauthorized, but it is in temporary office, we are giving rent in a rented form. That's why then 11 months license were issued for 11 months only. If it is in authorized office, then the permanent license is issued to the person. जदि से अथराइज हो निज परमानेंट होम हो परमानेंट सेंटर हो देन परमानेंट लाइसेंस इज इश्यूड टू द पर्सन. सेटा यदि रेंटेड थी आपणकर कि गोटे 1 year कि रेजिस्ट्रेशन होटा कि सेमती थी 1 year 2 year कि भी कमर्शियल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मान टाई अप होता है. So in that cases, then 11 months license were issued to the person. Then sanitation on the site, whether surroundings are clean and free from pollutants or not. In this license, sanitation sites were there, whether the surrounding is clean, whether the office is clean, whether the area is clean, where we will prepare the food items. Then drainage facilities there or not, waste disposal facilities is there, and water supply is good or not. Then ventilation, so lighting in the kitchen is good or not. Then a bin for temporary disposal of garbage is not. These are the points they should verify in this manner. Whether the surroundings or cleanliness, hygiene is maintained or not. Otherwise, license will be cancelled. First, food service unit ro hela kono, we should avoid contaminations. Kaରଣ contamination through ରେ food contaminated ହେଇଯିବ, ଯାହା ଫଳରେ କି ସେଇ ଯେଉଁ ଫୁଡ଼ଟା କରିବ ସେଇଟା ଅନହାଇଜେନିକ୍ ଫୁଡ଼ରେ କନଭର୍ଟ ହେଇଯିବ। ଯିଏ ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ଆମକୁ ଦେବେ ସେମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ସର୍ଭେରେ ଆସିବେ। ଦେ ସୁଡ୍ କମ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ survey is going on about the surrounding is clean or not, drainage facilities is not, ventilation is there or not, lighting facilities is good or not, and bin temporary disposal of garbage is not. Then documents are to be attached along with the applications forms are a copy of completion certificate of building where the establishment unit is registered, and the copy of completion certificate of building. Then if place is rented, receipt of rent paid, owner permission to start business is also there. Then proof of ownership of business is that if you are started in a rent room, then the proof of ownership of building is there. For handcraft business, 2 photographs and copy of license permission from the anti-encouragement division is there. Then for handcraft business, for medical stores, permission from Joint Commission Food and Drug Administration is there. If construction is unauthorized, an agreement of ₹10 stamp paper agreement is there. Then photocopy of partnership deed. If business is in partnership form, partnership deed is also required. No objection certificate from corporation is also required. These are the documents we should attach along with the application forms while applied for the food license. Then conditions of license is very important. The premises should be free from sanitary defects. Means hygienic environment is very much necessary. The premises should be free from sanitary defects. We should use garbage. We should use the we should use the drainage facilities, waste disposal facilities. These are the sanitary defects. No employee should suffer from contagious infectious disease. If the employee is suffering from contagious disease, who are the food carriers, who are the food carriers, who are the food attachment, who are attached with the food while preparing food, they are attached with the food, then they must be free from any infectious disease. ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କୁ କିଛି ଇନଫେକ୍ସିୟସ୍ ଥଣ୍ଡା କାଶ ଛିଙ୍କ ଯେଉଁଟା କଣ୍ଟାଜିୟସ୍ ଡିଜିଜ୍ ନଥିବ. The manufacturer should maintain a record of food article received, sold and dispatched. They should see the manufacturing date and the expiry date must be followed by the entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs କ'ଣ କରିବ ସବୁବେଳେ ଯେଉଁ products ଆଣିବ they should focus on the first, they should look after the manufacturing date and then expiry date. Then the notice holder in English or Hindi should be clearly state the kind of products being sold. What kind of sold? The notice holder in English or Hindi, we should clearly state the kind of product being sold. Which kind of products were sold, whether it is good quality or not, etc. Hawkers should wear a metallic badge or license number, name and nature of article for sale. So metallic badge hawkers, those who are selling their food products in open places, hawkers should wear a metallic badge with license number and name and nature of article of sold. If they find the food materials are bad quality, then they should cancel the license. Hawkers, then license holders shall manufacture or sell pure products only. The license holder जो license मिलिजिबो, they should sell pure products only. Otherwise they will cancel the license. Any substances is mixed, it should be mentioned on the label. We should follow one label also. What kind of ingredients we are using, in which quantity we are using, then what are the quantities, what are the qualities, what are the ingredients in a label form. The shopkeeper and proprietor of hotels and restaurants selling sweet or savory snacks should clearly mention the cooking ghee, edible oil, hydrogenated vegetable fats, or any other fats. So we should clearly mention that edible oil, hydrogenated fats, any other animals fats we will use in that food menus. Then we should clearly mention in the label. Food should not be served or covered with a printed paper, waste paper, or newspaper. Food should not be served or covered with a newspaper or any wastage paper, etc. We should not covered with the covered to the food materials. Then an application for renewal of license should be made at least 30 days before expiry of existing license. Then when for renewal of license, we should made at least 30 days before expiry of this license. 30 days license ର ଯେଉଁମାନେ unauthorized rooms use କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଯାହାର କିଛି ମାନେ ମାନେ ସେ ରେଣ୍ଟେଡ୍ ହାଉସ୍ରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ବା କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ସର୍ଟ ପିରିୟଡ଼ ପାଇଁକି ସେ ରୁମ୍ ନେଇଛନ୍ତି, ତ ସେଇ କେସେସ୍ରେ ମାନେ 11 months ପାଇଁ ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ମିଳେ। ତ ବିଫୋର୍ ଆଉ ଯେଉଁମାନଙ୍କର ଫିକ୍ସଡ୍ ହୋମ୍ ଅଛି ବା ରେଣ୍ଟେଡ୍ ନାଇଁ ଓନ୍ ରେସିଡେନ୍ସ ଅଛି କି ସେଟା ଫିକ୍ସଡ୍ ହେଇକି ରହିବ ଆଉ କେଉଁଠି ବି ଉଠିବନି, ତ ସେଇ କେସେସ୍ରେ ଲାଇଫ୍ ଟାଇମ୍ ଆମର ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ଅଛି। ତ ଇନ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ କେସେସ୍ in 11 months license we should made at least 30 days before expiring of the existing license. Then food articles which are not meant for human consumption should not be stored or sold at the same premises as edible food item. ଯେମିତି କି ଆମେ we are uses disinfectant বা soap solutions etc. we should not keep with the food items, ମାନେ ଯୋଉଟା କି phenyls then cleansing items we should not be placed with the food items. So food items ସାଙ୍ଗରେ cleansing materials ଆମେ ଯେମିତି add କରିକି ରଖିବାନି କି stol ବା stale foods ଯୋଉଟା ବାସି ହେଇଯାଇଛି, disposed foods ଯୋଉଟା ପୁରା ନଷ୍ଟ ହେଇଯାଇଛି, ତ ସେଇ ସବୁ foodsକୁ ଭଲ foods contactରେ ରଖିବା ନାହିଁ. Then we should food articles should not which are not meant for human consumption such as disinfectant or soap solutions, phenyls these are not meant for human consumption should not be stored or sold on the same premises as edible food items. Edible food items there is rakhiba nahi. No person shall manufacture, store or sell any article or food in any premises not effectively separated from any toilet, urinal, drain, garbage dump. Then these are the documents or conditions of license is very important. What are the conditions of license? Well, if you should not follow these conditions, then license will be cancelled. Then what does food inspector? The food inspector is responsible for the issue of the license. Then food inspector will issue the license. Then what is food inspector? Who are food inspector? Food inspectors are appointed by the government and report by the local health authority. The medical officers, health, who appoint them. So food inspectors are appointed by the government and report to the local health authority. The food inspectors is responsible to issue this food license. The power of the food inspector. What are the power of the food inspector? Collect samples of any food articles and send to the laboratory for analysis. Those who are selling food items in hawkers are selling food items to the public, then they should collect sample for the hawkers items, baras, pakodis, etc. Or in a small units of food service units, very small units, those are dhabas, they should collect sample of any food articles, send to the laboratories for analysis. Inspect any food premises. They should inspect any food premises, those who are coming under the license, food license, who are holding the food license. They should inspect any food premises and prohibit the sale of any article for food interest to the public having taken prior permission from the authorities. And if the samples are not, if the collected samples are not not in the form of in a good quality, if the quality deteriorates after samples are collect and sent to the laboratory analysis, then if the foods are found in very low quality or it is not in edible or it is stale ବା ବାସି ହେଇଥିବ ବା edible ଭଳିଆ ନଥିବ ତ ତା ଦେହରେ କିଛି contaminations ହେଇଥିବ with other materials, ମାନେ ଯେମିତିକି ସେମ୍ ଦେଖାଗଲା ଭଳିଆ ଜିନିଷ ଆମେ ଯଦି contamination କରିଥିବୁ, then the license will be cancelled and they will destroy all those food prepared by the hawkers or in premises or food premises ଯାହାଉଠି ବି ह्यूज अमाउंट जिते बना ହେଇଥାଉ ସେମାନେ ନେଇକି ତାକୁ ଫୋପାଡ଼ି ଦେବେ। then prohibit to sell any articles of the food in the interest of the public ର interest ରେ ତମେ ଏମିତି କରିପାରିବନି having taking prior permission of the food inspector without taking prior permission of the food inspectors. You should not sell any article, any food materials বা any articles of foods in the interest of the public. ତାଙ୍କର permission ନ ନେଇକି ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ହୋଲ୍ଡର, they will not sell any product, ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ ମନ ଇଚ୍ଛାରେ କୌଣସି ପ୍ରଡକ୍ଟ ସେଲ୍ କରିପାରିବେନି। then duties of the food inspector: inspect license establishment, check the conditions of license been observed, collect and send suspected food material for analysis। ଯେମିତିକି ଆମର ବାଲିଯାତ୍ରା ହୁଏ, at the time of any occasions, ଯାହା ବି ହେଉଥାଉ, ବାହାଘର ହେଉଥାଉ କି ଆମର ଲଙ୍ଗ୍ ଟର୍ମ ଯେଉଁ ଯାତ୍ରା ସବୁ ପଡ଼େ, ତ ସେଇଠି ସେମାନେ ଇନ୍ସପେକ୍ଟର୍ସ ଯାଇକି ଫୁଡ଼କୁ ଚେକ୍ କରନ୍ତି। then they collect and send sample to the laboratory for analysis whether the food is good or not। କାରଣ ସେଇଠି ବହୁତ ସାରା ଗ୍ୟାଦରିଙ୍ଗସ୍ ହୁଏ, ଗେଟ୍ ଟୁଗେଦର୍ସ ହୁଏ and lots every persons are taking the food and ଯଦି ସେ ଫୁଡ୍ contaminated ହେଇଥିବ ତେବେ ବହୁତ ସାରା ଲୋକଙ୍କର ଫୁଡ୍ ପଏଜନିଂ ହେଇଯିବ। ସେଥିପାଇଁ କି ସେଇ ସବୁ ଜାଗା ମାନଙ୍କରେ ଯେଉଁଠି ଗ୍ୟାଦରିଂ ଏରିଆସ୍, they should visit on that areas and collect samples and send to the laboratories for analysis whether the food is good or bad। then if the food is bad, then they should destroy all the foods prepared by the vendors। then food inspection reports: then food inspection reports are quality of the food used, then quality chart is there, potability of water and ice and storages. They also in public places or in a hawkers etc. they should check the quality of the food, then ice they were stored, then food handling practices, whether the nails are bad nails are there, then the person should not wear a gloves, or food storages, preparation holding area, temperature control, dishwashing storage area is there, drains and sinks storage disposal is there, or flooring, ceiling, walls etc. First, hygienic is very important, then personal hygiene, food handlers, any infections is there, a contagious infection is there is not, protective clothing is there, dining room and service disposal is there, various storage areas is there or not, presence of pets and precautions taken are there, lots of pets are there. If the pets are rendering here and there, then it is also they were observing there. then staff rooms for employees, adequate sanitary accommodation for employees are there or not, utensils, equipments, maintenance, installations. then food inspection reports are 14 types. They should check all these items in their step by step in their form, and they were checked whether the license is in correct form or not.